Oh hey internet, what is up? Welcome back to the Type QQ channel. Welcome back to Cuphead and what is going to be the last installment as we load up our 92% save file. In the last video, I believe we finally defeated King Dice, and we started to fight the devil here, but he kicked our ass a little bit. So we're still working on the last series of bosses. The last forms of the boss, but we got pretty close actually, all things considered. I think we have kind of the setup or the equipment, as it were. You know, we have our charge up, we have our trinket that's 2 extra hit points. Jesus, we're getting our ass pounded this time though. And we have an invulnerability special, so we have the defense required. We just need to stop sucking. But yeah. In the last video we came pretty close. You know, we can see how later in this fight things get a little chaotic, and how, you know, we can either play it two ways. We can kind of try to, you know, play chicken and try to beat him before he beats us, or we try to like minimize the chaos, you know, and try to get rid of some of the spam enemies that are on the screen. And that second part probably is the way to go. And I think that's on top of actually getting a pretty easy fight this on this form, where he seems to have like a bunch of attacks, and some of them are certainly easier to deal with than others. Like this one, right? We were able to defeat him with holding on to all 5 lives with our special intact. Getting rid of that bomb before it explodes and covers half the screen. Which is a good thing to know, because if it shows up on the other side of the screen, we can just fucking let it blow up, you know? Well, there goes our first hit right there. There, so we don't necessarily need to charge after it. And charging after it was actually a mistake. Down to 3 hit points. And this is where the jerks show up. Took care of them. Spent our special taking care of them. However, sadly, it just wasn't enough. But you can see we're pretty damn close. Maybe 4 or 5 more hits, and that could have been it. Yeah, we can't take too many hits here, considering it's such an endurance run later on in the game. The Spiderhead has got some weird timing to it, for sure. You have to kind of course you have to keep moving, but it also has a speed to it that, you know, you when you think it's going to come after you, yeah, it's just a little weird timing it out. Yeah, and if you almost got run over by the imp there, but yeah, that's a snake move. If you run off to the opposing corner, you can kind of be free from being hit from it as well. So 3 hit points. Not really where we want to be, but we've certainly been in worse worse positions, worse situations, as it were. Well, there's 2. All right, now it's. Yeah, that was going to be our final life right there. Hit by something, but I guess it really doesn't matter. Yeah. You know, it's all about momentum, I think, you know. You have to get lucky, you know, not get some bad whacks. Yeah, the fire wheel is particularly dangerous because you see it's persistent, and then it start hitting you with other things. Yeah, maybe we should wrap it up. Yeah, there you go. You know, it's so odd to see that you can either get absolutely destroyed or just kind of squeak by without taking damage at all. You know, it's all just kind of oddly just the timing of things, the and the order of the attacks, that sort of thing. Almost took a hit there. Well, there it is. There, you can see how like he doesn't kind of it doesn't necessarily fall where you've been, but where you're going. So it's kind of it is a trick. 4 hit points going down below. Not bad, not bad. We'll certainly take that. Yes, we can just stay on this side. Yeah, and stay on this side again. And that's not so bad. That's kind of what we wanted out of the first sequence. You know, where we just kind of get lucky with attacks, kind of being a little on the easy side and kind of easy to avoid. I'm not sure this is the best. All right, looks like the final form here. Oh, and there it is right there. I was like, I'm not so sure. Yeah, look at that. Maybe just a couple more hits and we would have had him. I don't know if that was the best course to kind of play chicken and try to kill him before he kills us. Because there was just a ton of stuff on the screen. Yeah, that spider head is... It's tricky. I mean, ever since I've taken off that the parry, the auto parry thing, my parries have absolutely sucked. Actually, yeah, that fire wheel, that thing can go to hell. My parries have absolutely sucked. I don't know if something like that ruins you and you just kind of fall out of practice, you know. Yeah, that's just the shit timing of things there. So we should be getting close. There we go. We're getting through this form without too much damage. So on to the next stage. 4 hit points. Certainly take it. But I'm also wondering, you know, how effective the sort of, you know, that tornado. Get rid of that. Yeah. that sort of tornado attack would be as well. In the right, if we have it in the right position, we could clear out all that sort of all these bad guys that are showing up like those guys and these like imps, possibly if we can kind of jump and then use it. I mean, otherwise we really don't have a way of getting rid of them. Oh, that was... Yeah, and that came pretty close as well. However, some of the shots to hit him are kind of particular. That he has... It seems like you have to shoot him in the eyes, but only in certain parts of his eyes. I don't know. It seems like the best way is to come off from the side and jump and shoot him in the head, but you can certainly just aim up and shoot him as well. However, I think there is some space between his eyes that you can miss him, so it's a little difficult. And maybe kind of being kind of pressured to stay in the middle of the screen is not really the best place to be. Yeah. I think, like as I said in the past video, I think you can kind of crouch and fire, which we probably should be doing when we're in a bad position like that, where we're kind of smushed to the floor and those imps are kind of running by. We're kind of playing on full defense and just kind of trying to dodge everybody. Yeah, that move, when in conjunction of trying to jump over somebody or dodge something, it steals quite a lot of hit points from us. Yeah. It's strange, it's all about this form and how easy you can get a sort of string of attacks. How little you can get damaged, and then you're pretty well good to strike the end of the game, really. Jesus Christ, huh? I'm not foreseeing it to be in this round, but who knows? 2 hit points, right? I guess you can never tell. I'm not sure what was up with that last guy on the left there. I think he kind of glitched out a bit. Trying these sort of homing to see if it could kind of, swirl around and take care of everyone. Really bad choice. Actually, a really bad choice of movement as well. But, yeah. It's homing just onto Satan himself and his eyes and not really going on to the other imps around. So, unfortunately, it's not a easy remedy as in to throw in homing for a moment and, clear the screen. Yeah. Easy stuff like that. That's what we want. And even more of that. You can kind of parry that thing before it even goes into motion. Yeah, that's exactly stuff that we want right there. Untouched and got our special going on to the next phase. I mean, that's kind of how we've been doing it, right? Just playing it enough until we have like a perfect run. Although we just ruined it with that hit there, but that thing must have been ready to explode at any second. I took care of those guys rather quick. It's just a matter of dealing with these little blue imps. It seems like it seems as long as you're not firing up his nose, you got a good shot. 2 hit points as well. There we go. And the devil is done. Not the most pretty fight ever, but it's done. Just like how we did the rest of the game. Done is done with a B. And only minute 41. That's only that long? Jesus. The brothers had triumphed over the demon, forcing him to finally give up. We shall accept your surrender, devil, Cuphead laughed. But we're not done just yet. And with that, Cuphead Mugman destroyed all the soul contracts, releasing Inkwell Isle's residents from eternal servitude to the devil. Well, that doesn't seem right. Gosh, I can't wait to tell everyone, Cuphead said. The boys sent off for home, and at top speed. Come on, last one there's a leaky cup, Mugman teased as they ran. Once home, the brothers gathered everyone together. You're all free from the devil's debt, Cuphead announced, and that fiend won't bother us again, Mugman added. The Elder Kettle was literally brimming with pride as everyone began to cheer. Let's hear it for Cuphead and Mugman. Hip hip hurrah! Hip hip hurrah! As an all-day celebration began, the brothers promised to never wander into trouble again. And they didn't. Until next time, of course. But that is another story. Is that the ending? The end. That is the ending. What the hell? I'm glad I beat the game, but I thought I had a better story brewing in my head. Our serious appreciation to the members of our team whose loyalty and creative endeavors made possible this production. Yeah, I thought this whole cartoon was the hellish landscape of hell itself. I mean, god damn it! Now that was just a sort of cute little bow, you know, cartoon ending. I mean, I suppose fitting enough, but come on, dealing with the devil. I don't know. What the hey, I say. But you know what? I'm glad we're done with it. Put a bookend to it, I suppose. Put a whatever to it. But yes, before this video ends, I do want to thank the mysterious benefactor for providing this game yet again. I think this game was more of a pleasure than a pain to play, which I suppose is a net positive. Really fun stuff, and yeah, I think when it comes to Game of the Year stuff, I think everyone's pretty much correct to assume Cuphead is in the leading for that or in the running for that. At least in the design and music choice, maybe not the sort of simple run and gunner or sort of Mega Man style game, but I'd like to see it go. And you know, I'm glad I was able to beat it somewhat timely fashion. That I wouldn't say it was certainly not the fastest speed run ever. I mean, we took forever there on the second to last stage, but there's the band credits. But yeah, all the same, I'm glad we were able to beat it. You know, not naming names, but certain channels that I'm friends with certainly couldn't beat this game because they're a bunch of chodes. But yeah, so it's good to at least punch my gamer card. Elite gamer beat Cuphead. Meh. But overall, not the hardest game in the world. You just have to be persistent and learn all the patterns. I think we said that a bazillion times. You know. And weird enough, some of the harder stages I had were the sort of run and gun stages, but I think it was mainly because of its length as well. Oh, oh, oh. But yeah, Cuphead's now finished for the channel. So we'll expect to do more Jetbuster until we complete that game. And we'll see. We'll see. Jetbuster, Shimigami Tensei, Synchronicity, Prologue, Rebirth, whatever the hell that thing's called, and Jetbuster. I think that's going to be it until some new stuff in the new year, I think. Finn. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, do all that stuff, and we'll come back and play some more games in the future.